Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for April 13th to the 20th. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right into it, Virgo. This is it. We are here. I hope you're excited. You're going through some enormous change, but you see that no planets retrograde. You see Mars moving into Leo. I mean, this is going to be a week. It's going to be like night and day from what you've been experiencing. You're going to feel this big, like, vroom, vroom. Okay? It is going to be a week of action. A lot of action. You're going to see that. Building bridges, networking, connecting, initiating things, finally just moving forward, right? But at warp speed. This is definitely, remember, you've got the South Node in your sign all year, so you are transforming in a really big way, right? But then you think about everything that's carrying over from the end of March, even that first weekend of April, let that all play out. But that's all this Aries energy. That's your eighth house of, transformation, regeneration. There's a lot happening here for you. All right. But just know you're leaving. Remember, we're in the year of 9, the year of the snake. We're shedding that skin, moving into that, brave new world. It's very high frequency this week. Okay. So really, really big. It's very lights, camera, action too. And I'm going to explain that. You're just definitely riding this new wave. Neptune, freshly new in Aries, a lot of endings that you're still going through and you're feeling right now. There's coming after that full moon in Libra. So again, a lot of endings. And now here's a lot of momentum. Here's a lot of momentum as you continue to share, leave layers behind and continue to build into this brand new world, brand new reality of yours. And remember, next week is a big one. That we got Saturn conjuncting the North Node, Venus conjuncting the North. Remember, that's the big the super moon in Taurus. That's the big one. Okay, so just know everything that is happening now, big. And like last week, remember you did have the moon on the South Node, and Mars was there, and listen, you're gonna have the moon on this Virgo moon, right, every month, like on the South Node every month, but different degrees, they're all different, but that's part of you just continuing to let that Virgo moon illuminate what needs to go, right? So this week, okay, so let's unpack some things, because again, really gonna be big here. You, by the way, I think I told you this, Mars is moving into your sign in June. That's going to be huge. Okay. So, and June is, the luckiest month of 2025. Now, Tuesday, the 15th, not even on here, but we do have this wonderful water trine that is I love it. I absolutely love it. It can be very emotionally intense. There's almost like this release of something here with the moon in Scorpio. You've got, Mars in Cancer. You have Mercury in Pisces. So all the water signs, all this water energy. So I just feel like there's going to be around this time, you're going to want to communicate some things. Okay. There's maybe some friendships involved here, partnerships, maybe work-related matters. But again, we'll talk more about that in the second spread. Okay. Now, the other thing is the 16th. That's when, Mercury goes back to Aries. Yes, back to Aries. Okay. Remember, Mercury was in Aries March 3rd, went retrograde March 14th. And then it was just flip-flopping, right? Between Aries, Pisces. So thankfully, Mercury's no longer retrograde. Mercury is out of Pisces, right? Because, Mercury does a lot better in Aries and will be here until May 10th. And so there's that energy. There's that fiery energy. Mercury in Pisces is very dreaming the dream. Mercury in Aries is let's talk the talk, walk the walk. This is action, clarity, initiating things, not looking back. Remember, Aries, the ram, right? The I am. And Aries, again, for all Virgos, that rules your 8th house. I mean, that is death and rebirth, transformation. Also, really, really, you are going to be having conversations or even thinking about partnerships, deep partnerships, love, relationships, maybe even business partners. There's maybe even an accountant as well. There's money stuff here. Eighth house is wealth building. It's investments. Okay. So, and that can be like investing your time in a relationship. Coming after that full moon in Libra, remember there's adjustments some of y'all may have gone through, but big. Okay. Eighth house is, commissions, it's bonuses, it's inheritance, it's royalties, it's loans, I think it's tax day or the day after tax day. So anyway, if you're in the US, but it is very energetic. Mars in Aries is very like this, let's done, right? Like the way you speak and think and communicate, right? This is you. Mercury's your ruling planet. So you're really going to feel this as part of your transformation. Mercury in Aries is so bold and has that conviction, very independent thinking, okay? Being very direct, no dilly-dally, all right? Like remember, like you go through, drive through, okay? Like Chick-fil-A drive through, you're like, I want meal 1, 2, 4, 6, ice cream, iced tea, lemonade, done. Like no, like like what you want at this point, okay? The only, remember, the lower expression of Mercury in Aries, yes, it can be aggressive. It can be, competitive. It can be a little like, pushy. So keep that, just be mindful, all right? And when I say that, even non-verbal communication, right? Body language, things like that, okay? But use this. Sign those contracts. Have those important Zoom calls. Go travel. Go do things, right? This is part of your transformation, okay? Start a business. All of those, work stuff is going to be things for y'all too. But here's the thing. Wednesday, Mercury will conjunct Neptune, okay? This is April 16th. This is so exciting. Again, your ruling planet conjuncting Neptune. Why is this exciting? Because it's the first time Mercury has conjuncted Neptune in 164 years? This is a very first planetary aspect with Neptune freshly new in Aries, Mercury in Aries. So it's so exciting. And it's so rare. Mercury conjunct Neptune, it only happens once a year. Obviously, remember, I explained with the retrogrades, from, back like November until now, like this month. Yes, that made us have 2 Mercury Neptune conjunctions last month, but that was in Pisces, a little different. This is, again, that Aries energy. It's something that you're going to feel for. Conjunctions are powerful, so use this as if like you're planting a seed. Like this new cycle. Remember, Neptune in Aries, that archetype is spiritual warrior. It's compassionate hero, visionary leader, visionary artist, spiritually pioneering. So you're harnessing those Aries energy, okay? Because this is happening in Aries. So confidence, leadership, entrepreneurship, all in the name of your personal transformation. Again, maybe with relationships here, partnerships. There may be something here with money as well. And, to be honest, you have a lot of this, remember, Pisces energy that's happening behind the scenes. So that doubles down this partnerships, relationships, one-on-one commitment. Again, that can be your lawyer, your publicist, your gardener. It doesn't matter. There's something here. Okay, that's happening behind the scenes. Yeah. So even legal matters are still a thing. Now this is like awakening to your authentic self. Mercury conjunct Neptune. Spiritually awakening, you're still doing with the North Node and Pisces, all activated. But remember, Neptune is dreams and creativity, imagination. It's the divine. It's conjuncting Mercury, your ruling planet, the planet of communication and thinking and ideas. So this is very like poetry and motion when you put them together. It's powerful storytelling, creative writing. Y'all are writers. Virgos are writers. Listen, use this, okay? This is like, you don't need that, AI to write your email, right? I mean, just for this day, like your creativity is gonna be off the charts. You do you though. But again, it just maybe there's something you're communicating here in a bold way, compassionately, with a whole new vision. Yeah, whole new vision. That's what visionary, right? Neptune, vision board. That's why I would say vision board. All right, visual. All that, you get where I'm going, right? So it's just moving the needle forward. Yeah, for your dream, your big dreams. It's very like conscious meets subconscious. It is very intuitive. You've got this happening in your 8th house. Remember, 8th house is very deep. It is very, very deep, things coming to the surface. So this is enormous for you. I want you to actually pay attention to your literal dreams. They're going to be telling you messages, but you're going to feel the shift. Okay? It's very selfless. It's also like rooting for, speaking for the underdog. Yeah. And that's going to resonate with you here because you are Virgo. You're all about service to others. Okay? So also very astrology, tarot, mysticism, all of that is part of this, okay? You're going to feel your intuitive side really amped up, especially because it is in your 8th house, because that's also very psychological, right? But anyway, use this, all right? PR, marketing, advertising, traveling, starting a business, all that, there's going to be something here where it's something inside you. It's like you are going to feel like this has to be known. I've got to say this, right? I did a whole video on Neptune and Aries. I'll leave it at the end of the description box or, at the end of this video or in the description box because I talk a lot more. But just remember what I said in that video. The great classic example of Neptune and Aries is Gandhi, who had Neptune and Aries. That is a very compassionate, selfless, thinking of the collective leader, spiritual leader, okay, visionary leader. But on the lower expression, Julius Caesar also had it. So it's how you use this, okay? Because a strong Neptune aspect like this, I've talked about this, it can bring illusion, delusion, escapism, seeing things through this like make-believe lens, delusional ideas, telling, that first date you're on that you invented the stapler, whatever, just the, delusional leader, that kind of energy. So you want to always vibrate at that higher expressions and use this. This is so enormous for you. Okay. So, like Jake Gyllenhaal, I think I told you this, Jake Gyllenhaal, Meg Ryan, RuPaul, Olivia Rodrigo, they're all creative. They all are heard. Yeah. So I remember I said this is like a megaphone. All right. Use this. Cardinal signs, by the way, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Gemini and you are going to really feel this the most, okay? If you watch for a rising or a moon. And also, like, if you're watching for, like, your husband or friend. But also, if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets between 27 to 0 degrees in any of the mutable signs that, like you, Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, or 0 to 3 degrees in any of the cardinal signs that I just mentioned, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, you'll definitely feel it. It's in your chart. All right. You're also going to maybe likely have some home stuff come up, home and maybe even career. I mean, the moon will be in Sagittarius, sextiling Pluto this day, but anyway, that's yeah. So home is still highlighted. All right. Now, and it could be even like real estate, property matters. But anyway, Thursday, the 17th, Mars and Leo, boom, 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 banner moment. Okay, this day deserves like a meme. We are, again, no more retrogrades. We got Venus direct, we got Mars direct, we have Mercury direct. But this is Mars leaving Cancer. What? So yes, we have been under that spell of Mars and Cancer since like your birthday season, basically. Yeah, last September. This is enormous. You're going to feel a huge vibe shift. Mars is so happy. He's like Phoenix rising from the ashes at this point. This is big. He's charged up. You're going to feel charged up, but you're also going to feel charged up very spiritually because Mars, again, in Leo, that is your 12th house. So that's very spiritual. It's very like healing, self-healing. It's very intuitive. A lot of things happening behind the scenes for you when Mars is in Leo, okay? Because it's the 12th house is, very nebulous. It's things beyond the physical plane. So again, use this. It's very heart-centric, fiery heart, brave heart, all right? But connecting with your intuition, beautiful. Passion, action, your goals, your authentic self here. So again, amazing. I love this. Love it. All right. Remember that Mars is in a fire sign with the Sun, Mercury, Neptune in Aries in a fire sign. So it's really bringing some heat here. When I say you're going to feel a shift, you're going to feel a shift. It's happening in your 8th house. Again, that is it's transformative. Yeah. And remember, I said the moon is in Sagittarius. We got Jupiter and Pluto in air signs. So it's all fire and air we're moving into. So this Aries energy that you're feeling. Remember, Mars is the ruler of Aries. So again, this is strong. The pioneer, the warrior, the athlete, all of that. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is going to be a big time for you. And Mars in Leo is very like, give me the spotlight. Like, I want the spotlight. I deserve the spotlight. But Mercury in Aries really amplifies that energy in terms of like, this is how I'm gonna get it. This, do you know what I mean? Like that. You're gonna be feeling very driven, very my way or the highway with all this fiery energy, which is fine. You deserve it, okay? Especially after the very slow 6 months that we've been going through. So be proud, be excited, okay? Because even through that time, you learned a lot about yourself and, others, and you learned a lot about patience, right? With Mars and Cancer, right? So Mercury at this point, Mars here as well. It's just really helping you communicate, thinking fast, thinking quick. For yourself, initiating things. Remember, Mars and Leo is passion and romance and intimacy. So you are going to feel that really huge charge there as well. Really big spiritual connections, again, for y'all. Mars is physicality. So, oh my goodness, you are going to feel physically like, let's do it. Like, let's go, let's run a 10K. Let me paint 40 paintings, right? With your creativity off the charts too. Let's go, garden. Let's, play hide and seek, whatever, just move. And again, great time for singles with Mars and Leo. All right. And for hobbies as well. Leo is royal. Leo is the king, the queen, right? So on the flip side, remember lower expressions because it can be so fiery here. Leo is, pride, it's ego. Mars and Leo can amplify that, like man spreading, like this. Remember, this is a spotlight. It's all about me. So just be mindful of that, right? I think you're going to be fine. You're still tapping into that Pisces North Node energy, which is very spiritual. It's very, it's empathy, it's healing. All right. But now with Mars and Leo, it's all about you taking care of what you need. All right. What you need in order to help others, to support others, to contribute to humanity, the collective, your family, whatever it is. Okay. So remember, Mars did go into Leo for a hot second. Retrograde back in December. So if there was anything that was happening, December to January 6th, where you're reassessing, reevaluating, you're probably going really deep too. If there is something that you're trying to do around that time, well, now you've got the energy of Mars. Mars is now like, no, he's not in quicksand anymore. So use this, please. Okay. And again, Mars is just getting amped up. First of all, but until the end of the month, they're all in shadow, right? Mercury, Venus, Mars, the personal planets. That's fine. It's still fiery energy. And when I say they're still in shadow, it just means, they still have like a toe in that retrograde. But you got to give them a little time to, it's like their private jet just arrived, right? You got to give them time. They got to get off the plane. They got to get their luggage. So but again, you're probably going to feel a lot of intuitive. It's like, what's happening for you, there is a sense of like this huge shift to like the higher mind, intuition, again, just off the charts, really great. Okay. So you're going through great change. You're going to feel it. Remember, the secret of change is focus. Focus all your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Okay. Who said that quote? Leave in the comments if you know it. No Googling. So what else is happening for you? But let me see here. Oh, people who have, like, I'm just going to give you a couple. Let me give you. So you want to know some Virgo, that actually have Mars and Leo in their chart? Salma Hayek, Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, Debbie Gibson, like, remember, center stage, lights, camera, action, Sting, Anthony Kiedis, Demi Moore, they all have Mars and Leo, this fire, Patti LaBelle. Remember, Leo is a lot of royalty has had, Mars and Leo, as well as like just big Thomas Jefferson, a lot of president, like Quentin Tarantino. So Harness that energy, please. All right. And then on April 20th, on Sunday, the sun will move into Taurus. We're going to talk more about that next week because that will impact the next 4 weeks. Okay. So I do, and that's good because it's bringing some of that grounded energy, right? Your fellow, earth sign, your BFF here with Taurus. But I'm going to tell you a couple aspects that are happening that day on Sunday because you will feel it this week, okay? You will, all right? Now, Sun square Mars, yeah, that's Sun in Taurus, square Mars in Leo. Now, I talked about this in your monthly forecast. You're definitely going to feel this. It gets a little bit, it's a strong square. Think of like a square off, right? They're both in fixed signs, these planets. So not really budgeable. So it's all about compromise right now, okay? It's all about compromise. And the very interesting thing, again, that's so interesting for you that's happening here, Virgo, is that remember, you've got Mars in Leo in your 12th house. Remember what I said? That's the subconscious, it's intuition. You've got the Taurus rules your 9th house, which is spirituality. So 12th house being very spiritual, 9th house being very spiritual. Like when I say you're spiritual, and what is that? It's that inner wisdom. When you're spiritually strong, everything makes sense. Everything flows for you, right? So again, this is a time where this aspect in particular, it can be a little exhausting if you're exerting your energy into like a battle of ego, right? Sun, ego, Mars, ego. So again, just do you want that? No, you just went through 6 months of like emotional energy so focus on your chi, your prana, your, the ether, right? Connecting with people, seeing eye to them, because it can be a little come at me bro energy, because remember, this is happening for the collective. Everyone is going to feel this. So a lot of people are going to feel like, impatient and button pushy, impulsive. So it's like pick your Nicolas Cage character, whatever movie, whatever character you play, that's it. Like, so just, be responsive, not reactive. Don't let anyone take away your power. Don't let anyone pull you into their low energy frequency. Always be the best person in the situation, best version of yourself. And again, I think you're going to be fine because a lot of this is very spiritually heightened. But if you are, let's say, it's the 9th house is also like education, it's higher mind. There may be something here with like a teacher. There may be something here with, even if you're traveling, maybe just not seeing eye to eye with a flight attendant, right? So let's use this energy in a productive way. And when I say that, this is amazing for a boost in your physical energy. Anything with Mars, but it's the sun here, that life force, and it's amazing. So this is, like I said last week, like if you have energy build up, building, it's you need a source of release. You do, right? So do that with kickboxing or swimming or gardening or just going on. You know what I mean? Like just channel this energy constructively, only if you feel it when you're not seeing eye to eye or something, because like not a lot of y'all are just so spiritually active at this time, okay? Like bulletproof, like no one's like water off a duck's back, all right? So very, very, listen, it only happens once a year, okay? So it's just this one time a year. But remember, next week is also when we get a couple other aspects that are challenging. So it starts building a little bit. But you're like Joan Rivers has this inner chart, right? Or had Lucille Ball, Nikola Tesla, like these big, right? Just they've worked with this their entire life. Like look how they were always successful. The big spotlight, all that energy that I was talking about. So you won't feel it as long as you vibrate at the high frequency and use it constructively, okay? You only need, this is one time a year. Now, magical thing happening with Mars trine Neptune, one of my favorite aspects. This is amazing. If you're a subscriber, I love this aspect, okay? Mars trine Neptune, when you got these two planets that have absolutely nothing in common, it's like, two parents putting two kids, like, together in a room, like, go play, and they're just like, it's like the goth kid and like the cheerleader, you know what I mean? Like, but this is a trine. They make it work. This is harmonious. They make magic happen. And so Mars being, physicality and that action, and it's dynamic, and even, sexuality here, right? With the spiritual and compassion and the sensual side of Neptune, and arts, the artsy side of Neptune. So again, painting, art, dance, all of that. Okay, that visionary. Remember, visual art, couples yoga, whatever. Do synchronized swimming. It's Neptune, water. Do water stuff. This is really good for your soul. This is connecting with spirit, with nature. It's a force of good. Being the best version of yourself, you're going to feel this energy because it's magnetic. All right. And when I say that, very like soulmate energy is this aspect. If you're in a relationship, like you feel it. If you're single and you're looking, like this is when like that first date you go on. Remember, you're initiating a lot of new things here. You got a lot of partnership stuff happening here. You got a lot of this big portal, right, of opening right now. So use it. Use it. If you're single, like again, like first date, like this is when it's like you run off to the bathroom, text your girlfriends like, this is it, I found the one. Like soulmate energy. Okay. Now the other thing is it's very spiritual. Like Neptune and Aries, remember, spiritual warrior. You got Mars, God of War, and Leo. There's a lot of self-confidence. It's happening in your 8th house and 12th. This is big for you, Virgo. All right. Creativity, spirituality, the divine. All right. Having faith in yourself. It does remind me of, if you like Chris Hemsworth in as Thor and the Marvel movies, and actually, like, he is a god warrior, literally. But remember that transcendent leadership, right? He's saving humanity. He's doing good. But at the same time, remember, there are lower expressions where, his ego got him into, like, situations, and it's just like, no, right? So always let your intuition guide you. And remember, there's so much, like, the North Node with Pisces, again, really, really nice, because you're still having those big moments of your purpose, your path to enlightenment, your karmic journey. There's an element right here where you will have these big, like, how can I contribute to humanity through my art or my business or the book that I wrote or my inventions or, even my energy. Okay. So seize the day. It's very fighting spirit energy, okay? Fighting for a cause or a belief as well. Very Ethan Hawke standing on, the desk at the end of Dead Poet Society. Oh, Captain, my Captain. That's how powerful this is, okay? Because that's like your confidence and your leadership that inspires others. Other people did the same. Yeah? Use this. You earned it. You earned it. Okay? So, anyway, the other thing, Mercury will sextile Pluto. Also, you're going to start feeling this before the weekend. All right. Remember, we had this March 25th, but Mercury was retrograde at that time. All right. So now completely direct. So this, it's like an alligator chomp. It has a bite to it. Pluto is deep. Pluto's deep, and the Mercury's a ruling planet. So again, this is amazing because Pluto in Aquarius is in your 6th house of work and everyday activities and your routines, and even like health matters as well. So there's something here big for you with the fact that you have Pluto, who rules the 8th house with all this Aries energy in the 8th house for you. It's just something big, okay? Intimate relationships, love, business, finances, money. There's something here. Your beliefs, Mercury being the mind, Pluto going really deep, very psychological. There's a lot of like processing. Pluto, remember, can bring truth to the surface, can, reveal secrets and whatnot, like pulling things up. Okay. So just remember, it's all, and it can be you. Remember, this is all about your personal revolution and freedom, right? That's what Aquarius is. So use this. Okay. If there's anything that you want to get out, or, there's something powerful for you here, okay? You may get something. I wouldn't be surprised if you sign something. Like, there's something powerful for you. And then you've got Venus sextile Uranus. We just had this on the 7th, yeah? But now Venus is no longer retrograde. So just, you're like, what was Venus is still exalted in Pisces here. Sextile Uranus and Taurus. Uranus, that brings us breakthroughs and surprises and the things that you desire, things that you want.
remember, you've got Venus with the North Node, with Saturn, all of that in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, one-on-one commitments, legal matters as well, signing. There's big stuff happening for you. Okay. Creative projects, likely money, it's Venus. All right. But with Taurus, which is a finance sign, Venus, remember, is the ruler of Taurus. So, again, in your 9th house, there's just something here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's travel. I wouldn't be surprised if it's writing a book, or it's publishing, it's broadcasting, it's education. There's just there may be something surprising, but it's very free spirited energy, very risk takey. Like, I want to do this. All right. It's more about what you want to do. And everyone's going to feel this. Everyone. I mean, fixed signs, obviously the most, like Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, but everyone's going to feel both these aspects. So let's do it, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you. And it actually, the moon will be conjuncting Pluto that day too, just to let you know that, like, really amplifies that energy. Again, that is in your 6th house. You are the native ruler of the 6th house, all about like service to others. Again, health matters, work matters, colleagues, employees, business, your routines, something here. Pets. Let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for April 13th to the 20th. Virgo. Virgo. Y'all crack me up. How are y'all doing? What is going on? I do a traditional Celtic Cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Virgo, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Virgos, you know I got y'all. And listen, again, just wait until Mars goes into your sign. I love Mars and I love it when Mars is in Virgo. And you're lucky to have it. Remember, Mars is going to be, there's Mars is anyway, it's going to be great. Let's get started. Okay. There's big change. Big change. Big. 1000% big. And what's really funny, I'll tell you later, but there's going to be a big change. And again, you're like, there's got to be a big change. You've got the world. You've already going through big change. It's humongous. Again, you've been going through change since the South Node moved into your sign. Okay. Remember, you've got that all year. Yeah. And you've got it even like the first half of 2026. Your life is changing. Your world is changing. Everything that happened in March, remember, that's a big change. Okay. Even again, that first weekend of April. So everything just kind of spilling over. This is you really I really do want you to feel proud of yourself. You see the dancing figure here, dancing for a reason, right? You see the 4 fixed signs in the corners, bringing that it's like you're moving into this new. It's the end. The world is the end of the major arcana. Like, this is it. Okay? You're moving into this new you, this whole new you. There's a lot of things you've learned on your journey through, the Fool's journey. And now you're here. And it's kind of the merging of all those dualities, everything. This is it. But just be proud of yourself and know that everything's changing. And I wouldn't be surprised with this 2 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread that there is going to be some things that you have to adjust. Maybe, you did get a new job offer, or it's coming in this week, or there's a business you're launching, or a book that you're writing, or an agent, anything that you want. Remember, you've got all this activity happening in your 8th house of transformation. Like, you are truly transforming here. Okay. Yeah, the 2 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. And this is just, let's make everything come together. What do I have to prioritize? What do I have to let go to bring? Because this card is, there's a little bit imbalance here. And so it's that adjustment, okay? What do I have to let go? What do I have to let go to let this new thing in? Yeah. So keep that in mind. This is going to be a big thing. And it's Pentacles, so it can be job, finances, anything here, maybe maybe it's a side hustle that you're starting, whatever it is. It's like finding that balance. All right. And it feels very new coming after the world with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah. It seems very, very, very new. The other thing is that, remember, pentacles are your physical reality, right? It's, the spirit of consciousness. It's everything in your physical world as well. So there's that as well. Remember, I said you're going through a very spiritual time. Okay. But there could be some adjustments happening in your physical world as well. All right. And may even be something with a partnership relationship. There's so much happening there for you. You've got that 10 of Wands in your challenge area. Two things like, yes, let's let some things go, because that's a lot of, look, he's going at a snail's pace because he's carrying so many wands and he's not letting anyone help him. And he's like, I got this. Right. So, but 10 is the end. So be able to see your next step, right? It's everything is cyclical. I've talked about this. So it's almost like we've got to let the end of this cycle for this new cycle. Okay. So it's like, or it's that oh gosh, I just gave it away, but that Socrates quote that I just gave you. All right. It was Socrates. But anyway, that exactly, like, remember, leaving the old into the new. All right. That's a big thing here. All right. Don't take on too much, because this can be a little bit of burnout and burden with your passions, with even career. It just feels like there's a big decision that you're going to make here that you really, really want. Right. So, the other thing is, there may be someone else involved here that is just, they're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. This has got to change. And again, that can be career, that can be love, however it resonates with you, but that's showing up. Now, Page of Wands in your crown, you got the Ace of Cups and the root of your spread. Who are you? Amazing. All this fresh new energy that you want. All right. So remember, put yourself on that timeline, visualize everything that you want. Visualization, it's key. I've talked about this. It opens up those new neural pathways when it's visualization. It works. Okay. And so visualize what you want, your finish line, your goals, and having it, and think about how good that feels. And the more you do that, the more it becomes a reality. Yeah. That Page of Wands he's so imaginative. And you're ready to start something new with that page. Okay. You're ready. Something that you're passionate about. That's what wands are. Okay. They're invigorating. And so there is something here that you are very compelled by. Like, I want to get this off the ground. And again, can be work related, but at the end of the day, whatever your passions are, what do you want to transform in your life? All the males in the courts for the, wands, when you look at their tunics, or even just anywhere in the card, they do have that salamander, or the salamander eating its tail, right? So that's a big detail, okay? Because that is all about transformation, all about it. The Ouroboros, right? So I'm gonna show you something here. You're ready for it. You see it in the Page of Wands. You want it. You want that change. I said you got all this activity happening in your 8th house of transformation, death and rebirth, new you, right? You see the Ouroboros right here in the wreath, hidden in the wreath, right? Okay, there you go. Now, in the heart of your spread, look at the pentacles, within the infinity symbol here. I mean, there's, you've got to, I don't make this up. Like, you saw me. So this is all about change. Yeah. But finding that change with that Two of Pentacles, because that is, the infinity symbol too. Like, you could be juggling all the, is it exhausting you? Let's move forward. Let's make that decision. Let's prioritize something. But it does seem like there is going to be something here that you're going to just feel moved to do something different. You're going to feel it. A lot of you are feeling something new coming into your life anyway. All right. And it's just this fresh new energy that it's the Ace of Cups. This is all about new beginnings, new cycles, new opportunities. That's emotionally moving. It's the Cups, it's emotions. It can be relationship. It can be, whatever you're feeling, but there's something here that's moving. It's like tears of joy. So it's wonderful. I love this. It can be having a baby. It can be getting married. It can be starting your business. What is inspiring you? I want you I want you to do that, all right? Because you do have that Five of Pentacles in your future. And so listen, the Five of Pentacles, like I said, this is a Taurus card. We're moving into all this Taurus energy, Taurus season soon. Again, that is your ninth house of spirituality. And there is this lack of spiritual wealth here, but also remember what I said about the Pentacles, your physical world. There could be something here. If you don't make that, if you're not connecting like heart and mind and spirituality with what's happening in your physical world, and really like there's this possibility there's something really holding you back now, okay? Because these two people are actually like these are the ones that are focusing on their plight, and they're literally outside of church where there's all this support and there's the high frequency, but they're in a sense, again, more so here, like almost refusing to see it. They like feeling sorry for themselves, like, oh, woe is me. That's them. I'm not saying it's you. And I'm only harping on that because you do have that Ten of Wands here. So what is that decision? What is that thing that you're like, you feel in your soul that let's go after that now, okay? And then you flip the script, okay? I'll flip a clarify for you. All right, let's see what's going there. There you go. We got Temperance. You got an Archangel saying you're good, you're fine, you're on the right. Like, keep going, keep going. Practice that patience. It's all about moderation. This is all about balance, right? Right. So this is just, you're gonna be fine. Temperance is literally saying, like, you got Archangel Michael here saying everyone's on a path. And you're going to get there. So don't stress. Don't worry. Don't, be hard on yourself. You're going to get there. Okay? Because when you do all that, when you do stress, when you do worry, when you're hard on yourself, ask yourself, when was the last time I stressed and I worried and I was hard on myself and that actually did something good for me? Never, never. So again, it's all about perspective here, and so it's really making sure that decision, like, you're protected, all right. Let's get to your stuff, Virgo, y'all. Come on, this is gonna be y'all are listen. By the way, this is gonna be a big week, but remember, you got all this energy. But it is in your 8th house, so you're going through some really deep transformations. Now, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on, Virgo. I always lose my voice when I'm talking to y'all. It's got... there we go. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on. Okay, listen, there's got to be some stuff where it all comes back to this, okay? It all comes back to this. It does seem like there is some change that you're really going to have to go with, like, your soul and your intuition, all of that. Okay. And you can have, but also it looks like a lot of y'all are coming into this new situation, maybe in your physical world as well. Okay. And it's adjusting to that as well. And that's like you want everything to be like perfect, and so that's a little bit of like that being hard on yourself. Remember last week it was that let's get rid of some of that energy, leave it in the past. That being hard on yourself, that self-criticism, that perfectionist energy. So that could be another thing. But look, you got the Ten of Pentacles. There you go, amazing. It's all about your legacy. It's all about the finish line. It's all, you want this, and you can have it. You've got an Archangel saying, I'm guiding you. You just got to trust in me. You got to trust in yourself and have belief in yourself. You're going to be fine. Okay. You see the Pentacles raining from the heavens here, and this is your card. And actually this card is attributed to Mars and Virgo. So remember what I said, that's happening during the luckiest month of the year in June. Mars is moving into your sign right before we have one of the best new moons that's happening in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and dreams. So you're on your way. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. This is transcendent. A lot of family energy here. Big time. Remember what I said also, like, what do you want to pass down, right? To like your kids or, to your grandkids or, right? The collective, if, so just keep that in mind. But really great wealth here, spiritual wealth. That's it's like that. You made it. Okay. And so that's your path. That's your reality. Just continue to move in that direction. You got that Five of Cups here. So it does look like, again, with that Five of Cups, with that Five of Pentacles, yeah, there may be someone here involved. There may be someone here involved that, listen, it could have been you, it could have been them. There was something that, like, we have to let things go and not hold on to the past. Okay. The past, it's, there's I always say the difference between the past and history. Okay. You want to make your past history, and not dwell. Like, look at him looking at this both cups. And so again, there's a sense of like, we've got to move forward in this new direction. I really do think that there is something here where that could be the thing that maybe a little like that, right? Because someone won't let you go. It's hard for you to let them go. There's just something here where it's like, we've got to move forward. All right. You even see the Two Cups, okay? Alluding to the Two of Cups, like the soulmate card, the twin flame card right behind him. All he's got to do is turn around and let go. The cups are spilled. There's nothing you can do. It's done. There's nothing you can do. Right? So it's all about moving forward. All right. It's the only thing you can do is learn from it to feel more empowered. All right. So you got the Four of Pentacles as well. So just keep that in mind. It's that you just want to build that structure, that stability. Four is all about order. Pentacles. Yes. Like I said, wealth building is a big thing that's happening for you right now. All right. And it even, again, in your physical world, it could be your physical world, material world, especially with that Ten of Pentacles that popped up. Really great. So keep that in mind. All right. It's almost like there's this sense of security, stability, as I move forward. And it's really like the foundations of your life. It can be family related. It can be work related. It can be whatever it is that resonates with you. It's putting things in order now. And in order to do that, you have to have 2 feet on the ground. Okay. As you can see, he's got 1 foot off the ground. Seven of Cups and your final outcome. So there's that confliction. Like, is this something that can happen? Like, a lot of like questioning yourself. Okay. You've got to trust your intuition. What does your soul say? Like, look what's happening here. Look what's happening. This is amazing. This is amazing. So Seven of Cups is just saying, like, make sure that whatever you're exerting your energy into, your time into, it is truly your authentic self. It is truly something that you want. Now, the great thing is that there is very likely opportunities, okay, that are coming through, but you just got to know what is the right one for you. Does that make sense? Okay, Virgo, and then you're golden. So Virgo, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and next week. Yeah, remember next week we're building up to that really big week, really strong week with the, Saturn conjuncting the North Node, Venus conjuncting the North Node. That's all happening in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships, legal matters, one-on-one connections. But then you've got to remember, we've got those a little bit challenging aspects coming through, like Mars, opposite Pluto, while the Sun is squaring Mars. And so we'll talk about that. It's just, remember, next week is like North Node wants to know, okay, which way we going? So it's really just, again, this is the most important thing here. And you see they're all major arcana and core cards anyway. And so, yes, believe in yourself. You're going to be fine. And then, the second spread, we are really going to go into, I'm going to pull some more cards, okay? And I'm going to tell you about these grand trines. And there's something that did happen with the full moon that's spilling over this week from last week that I will talk about, and that could have been something with money for you, but there's something here that, anyway, tier 3 members, I'm gonna let you go. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone is welcome to join, in the memberships. But anyway, Virgo, I'm gonna let you go. Y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. Okay, bye.